This is Jonathan Ack, your fifth for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Savage Dan here in Bournemouth ahead of Chris Billam-Smith against Lawrence Okolie. Dan, how are you feeling? A world title fight. What do you think of it?
Honestly, I'm just impressed again by the weather in Bournemouth. May's hit and miss, innit? So we're blessed. It just feels nice, innit? It's hot, it's baking, good turnout. So obviously it's a world title fight. It's two former stablemates. Big old story there. World title on the line. Chris Billam-Smith's homecoming, his dream finale, if you like, for how he would have dreamed of winning a world title. So yeah, it's all coming together pretty nicely.
Sugar Hill in the press conference was basically saying, look, the sparring, everyone spars everyone, it really doesn't matter, but Chris and Shane and his team seem to be pretty confident based on what they've seen. When you look at that aspect, do you think it's a factor in this or not?
I think it is. 100. If you've sparred somebody once or twice over 5 years, then it doesn't really make a difference. When you are sparring somebody for years, week in, week out, you know all their little nuances, what they do well, what they don't like, what they like. And we all know how awkward Okolie is. So in that respect, I think Chris Billam-Smith has a huge head start on Okolie's other opponents in terms of it's different. You see him and you know he's awkward, but knowing what that actual awkwardness is, I think that's where the difference is. So I think Chris Billam-Smith's in a better position than anybody else in terms of preparations for Okolie. He knows him pretty much inside out, but it's also the same the other way around. Okolie knows all the things that Chris likes to do and what he's good at. I expect a bit of a cagey fight early doors, and then I think the crowd will kind of urge Chris to really make an effort to close that gap. But Okolie looked good in that public workout yesterday. He gave us more than I thought he'd give in terms of showing us what he's looking for. I look at it, I see him wanting to land the lead uppercut as soon as Chris Billam-Smith wants to commit. It's going to be an interesting fight. I can't call it.
So, Boxer are going up against Matchroom and BT this week. 3 world title fights. So, I know BT are going a bit earlier with Conlon, so why are the casuals going to watch this fight, in your opinion, over those two?
I think the visibility is a big part of it. Look, the other cards are decent cards as well. If I was zoomed out and I wasn't me, I would be picking this card to watch. It's got the story to it. You've got 2 big cruisers, big punchers, a world title. I think it kind of sells itself. Obviously, you get clashes like this where everyone has to go on the same date and at the same time and whatnot. But this is definitely the one I'd be looking at 100%. And to be fair, this card was ridiculous. I know there's certain parts of it that fell apart with Michaela Wow and the Chamberlain fight kind of not happening, but still a solid card.
Your pick from the undercard?
It's got to be Eggington Pigford. Has to be. It's just a proper jealous style. Similar to the top of the bill. Pigford, who is a big puncher. He's a lot of other things as well, but he's a huge puncher. I know people that sparred him and they said they don't know what's in what's in his flipping fist, innit? And then you've got Eggington, who seems to be able to walk through anything. He's always there. He always wants to put you on the back foot and bring the heat. So that fight just stinks of every time he fights, he's in a fight of the year candidate. I expect it to be the same again.
Moving on to Tyson Fury, he naming different opponents kind of every day. Today the latest is Jai Opataya. What did you think when you first saw that report?
The thing is, I don't know if it's a circus or if they are genuinely looking at these opponents. I mean, I can't see that much sense of fighting Opataya, if I'm totally honest. But maybe he just wants to run out. I don't know. I hear a new name like you do every couple of days. None of them really make much sense, but none of them really need to. If he just wants to run out before December, let him have his run out. But I'm not sure if I'd go back to fighting cruiserweights when you're fighting. Usyk's not the biggest heavyweight in the world, but he's not cruiserweight anymore.
What do you make of when people said, look, he ducked Usyk? Did he really?
I don't know. Usyk and his team are going to say, yeah, he did. It just seems like nothing went smooth. That seemed like that should have been smooth enough. Do you know what I mean? Like Usyk Fury, it's not like one super tied to a network or anything like that. Like it should be pretty simple to make. I'm not sure where it really fell apart. We're hearing this side blame that side blame this side, and all of that. It didn't happen when it should have happened for me, and I think that's what's wrong with boxing, because it could have happened. I'm not sure if it's egos. I'm not sure if it's numbers. I'm not sure. We're hearing loads of things that I don't speak to either of them to know the truth. But it should have happened. Whoever's to blame, it doesn't really matter. It should have happened.
And then Wilder did an interview with Ellie Setback yesterday, and he says that Usyk's afraid of him, ducking him, etc. Does Usyk want to face Deontay Wilder?
I wouldn't want to face Deontay Wilder. I don't think Usyk's scared of anyone. I don't, but I think that he will be aiming to unify the division. So when you're looking at fighting Tyson Fury for all of the marbles, what you probably won't want thrown at you is Deontay Wilder, who can really scupper all of this in just one shot. So I'm not saying he's scared of him, but I'm saying as a boxer at that level, when you've got that much on your plate and that many options, you go with what is the best option for you. Deontay Wilder, whilst it's great for the fans, probably a horrible option for Usyk.
Finally, Brook and Benn had a thing at ringside in Dublin the other day. Do you want to see that?
I want to see them all. I want to see everyone fight everyone. Brook against Benn is a big fight, but all of them. I want to see Liam Smith in with them as well. I want to see Kell Brook fight any of them. Honestly, I think everybody needs to not necessarily start working together, but there's a lot of fights that are almost there and then they don't happen for whatever reason. But yeah, Brook Benn's it's a good fight. It's a good fight.
Dan, appreciate your time. Enjoy the rest of your time here in Bournemouth. Thank you.
Thank you, mate.